Okay, so now you've got everything filled in on your control panel. All your usernames are in place and your control panel looks something like this. Now is the time to claim your free autoresponder. So if you click here, it'll take you to a page like this, and it'll tell you how to get your activation link on this page. And then below this text, this video that I'm recording now will show you exactly how to use the autoresponder and to integrate it into the absolutely free system, so that you'll be able to build a list, which is the most important thing to do in an online business. So once you've got your autoresponder set up from that link, you'll be able to log in, and I'm going to log into a demonstration account here. Now, because this is a demonstration account, it's got nobody in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an autoresponder just to show you how this works. And we'll call this ABS Free. Okay. And then you have to enter the name that you want in here. So put in my name. Obviously it would be your name. And then you want to put in a good email address, but we'll put in, and we'll set up now. Now you'll get a message saying that you will need to confirm this before you can use the account. So you should get an email for confirmation. And your email will look like this. It'll come from the SOAP support team, and it'll tell you, please activate your autoresponder for absfree@soap.com, or whatever it was you put in that first section. And this is the link that you'll click. And when you click on that link, I'm going to copy it and paste it in the same browser, and you'll get a message saying that it's confirmed and you can log into your account and use that. So we'll log in again, and here we have it. So we've got the autoresponder. It's pristine, there's nobody in it, no messages, nothing at all. So what we want to do first of all is set this up so that when you send people to the squeeze page of your choice, it'll collect the name and address here, and you'll be able to send them messages. And you want to be able to redirect them once they've logged in to the welcome page, the getting started page. So the first thing we do is we look at configuration and sign up success redirect. And this here, you want to put in your link to the welcome page. So if you come to your control panel and you get to the landing pages tab and you click on absolutely free, and you will see, let me just move this so that you can see it. You will see here that there are two links. Now anytime you see anything with an SQ, that means it's a lead capture page. So this is where you want to send people to initially, once you've got that set up. And we're going to show you how to set that up in a moment. But this is the link that you want now for where people go after they've joined. So we copy that, and then we go back to the autoresponder, and we paste that link in here, and we click on set up now. And that's right now, so every time somebody opts in, they'll be redirected to your welcome page, and it's got your referral link in there to make sure that all the programs they join will be those programs that are under you. And the next thing we need is we need to set up the autoresponder. So going back to the control panel, we need to set up the autoresponder settings. The only place we have an autoresponder is in absolutely free. Okay. Possibly we will add lead capture pages for all these if you want to promote these programs independently. But at the moment they don't have any landing pages, so nothing that you can add an autoresponder to. So it's only in absolutely free. We're going to ignore the API integration, and I'll just show you that before we start. If you do happen to have a GetResponse account, then you can put in your GetResponse API key. You would need to change that to yes. Okay, we're going to leave that at no. And your campaign name from GetResponse. And that will work for you. For some reason, if you've got an Aweber account, it doesn't work. So you would have to use a form code in the way that I'm going to show you now, because we have to use a form code to connect to your free autoresponder. And so this is what we want. We want the HTML form code integration. And when you get here, these boxes will all be blank and it'll look a little bit daunting to you. But you can see that I've set this up already. And I'm going to show you where you get this information from. And there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things for you to add in here. And I'll run through them now. The first thing you've got to do, because when you get here this will say no, the first thing you've got to do is change that to a yes. Okay? Now where do we get the rest of this information from? If we go back to our autoresponder account, we click here on form code, and we can ignore this over on the right. We just want to generate a small form code, and then we click on continue. And you can ignore all this information here. And if you scroll down right to the bottom, as I say, ignore everything that's there and just click continue. And hey presto, you will get your form code here. Now what I like to do is I like to copy this and paste it into a text editing document. A notepad if you're on a PC, and I can't remember what it's called if you're on an Apple, a Mac system. But if you're on a PC, Notepad is the one that comes with the system. So I'm going to open Notepad, and this is free utility that's included in all Windows computers anyway. And I'm going to paste that code in there because there I find it easier to use and copy and paste things. And the first thing that we want from this is this URL here. So we select that and we can right click and copy, or if for some reason you can't right click and copy, it's once selected Control C on your keyboard will copy it, and that is what we paste in. So now we're back here, we're going to paste it in here. Now this URL is always the same, so if you're setting up more autoresponders, it's exactly the same URL. So I'm going to right click, having done that, and paste. If it was an empty box, I could right click and paste and it would come in. Or if for some reason you can't right click and paste, you've got it copied to your clipboard, where you just click on where you want to enter it, and Control V would put it in there as well. Now obviously I don't want it in there, but I've got it in here. And as I say, that will always be the same. You need to make sure, once again, this is set to yes, because we want this to work. Now the other two fields you can see on this particular shot are the name field and the email field, and we need to fill those in, and these will always again be the same. And for the name field it'll be LF name, and for the email field it'll be L email, and I'll show you where you get those from as well. You get them from here. So this is where these appear. You'll see name equals, and it's this in between the quotations, LF name. You can copy and paste it, or you can simply type it in. And for the email, name equals LE-mail. So that's under your email address, LE-mail. Once again, you can copy and paste it or type it in. So if we go back to our control center now, you will see that we've got those entered in there. And the last two things you need to do is a custom form field name. With our autoresponder it's AID. With a lot of other autoresponders it's AID. You would need to type AID in there, and you will want to get the value from your form code. So let me just show you where those are. Now you can use this system to set up any autoresponder that produces a form code for you, and you'll just need to find the location and Sometimes it'll be AID, sometimes they'll call it something else, autoresponder name or autoresponder ID. And what they have for the email value, sometimes it'll just be email, sometimes it'll just be fname or name for the name, whatever it is. But we're using this with the autoresponder that's provided for you 100% free. So here we go. This is what we have, the AID. Once again, you can copy and paste it, or it's as easy to just type in AID into the field indicated. And this is the number. This is the only thing that is unique to this autoresponder. If you're setting up this for any other squeeze pages, everything else will be the same. The only thing that'll differ will be this. If you have a different autoresponder, suppose you set up an autoresponder for Wow App, and you just wanted to send messages about Wow App to the people that joined through the squeeze page that isn't there at the moment, but we may set up for Wow App, then that autoresponder would have a different name. This is the only thing that will ever change in what you're setting up. All the other information will be the same. So if we go back to the control panel now, so here we are, we typed in that, or we copy and paste it, and we can paste in there 875, and that is the autoresponder. When we've done that, that's it. We just scroll down and we click update settings, and you will see that that's all been saved. Okay? Down at the bottom here, just while we're here, there is an example of a form code, and it'll show that the form action, you want this, and the email and the value and things like that. But I've shown you exactly what it is for the free autoresponder that you receive. So that's it. But now what's important is you test things. Before you go live with anything, always test to make sure it's working. So because it's important to test everything, we come back here and we click on Landing Pages tab, and this is what we want. We want the link for this squeeze page here. So we can either copy that, right click, copy link address. I think that should work. Or you can in fact just right click and open in a new tab or new window. And if we click on that now, here we go, it comes up. This is your squeeze page. Free, what's free? Absolutely everything, and a little video explaining a bit about it. Then asked to start making money within minutes. Enter the first name, test example, and if we put in here test, and click on register now, and when we click that, what should happen is we should be redirected to the getting started page with your link, and we should be also adding this name and address into your autoresponder. So if we click on that, hopefully, yeah, here we are. This is the getting started page. So that bit worked. Now if we go back to the autoresponder, and you can see that there are no active subscribers in there. There's one deleted because I did a test before to make sure it was working before I started recording. And we click on subscribers or click on main just to refresh it, and you'll see it's there. Test example, test at nomagicbullets.com. It's added it into your autoresponder, and you can then send them messages. You can send mail by mailing all subscribers or all autoresponders. If you've got different autoresponders, most of you won't have, you'll only have the one, certainly at this stage. You can send them mail either in plain text or HTML. If you want to send HTML, it's got an editor which is like your WordPress type setup or a word processor. You can just put everything in there. You will also need to copy the text version into here before you click on the send button down at the bottom. If you leave this blank, it won't work. You'll have to go back and do it again. Oh, that's just a warning. So when you've set it all up in here, you need to put something in here as well. Most people accept HTML emails nowadays, but that is just for those browsers or people that are in the Stone Age and still don't accept HTML. If you want to set up an email sequence, you can go to Messages, View, Add, Edit Messages. There are no messages in, so you would set up a new message, message type. Once again, you can do it plain text or HTML. And once again, it's the same system, except that this would go into your autoresponder sequence. You choose when it's sent. Your first one will always be sent immediately. And you put in your subject, your message in plain text. And that is it. And that's how you operate your autoresponder. And that is how you will be sending messages out to everyone. Okay, I think that's it. There will be more training on how you can do promotions and things in the near future. I'll be constantly adding helpful little videos to the site to help you, whether you're advertising free or paid or however you're doing it, and that's all more goodies to come for you. Okay, God bless.